What's up, football fan? What's up, all sports fans? This your boy JB, host of the Behind the Bench podcast network and channel, giving a shout out to the rest of the crew. And for everyone who's tuning in, thank you for supporting Behind the Bench. Subscribe to the channel, help make the show the best that it can be. Now, let's talk some football, NFL action, National Football League. We have 1 week to go in the regular season. And I want to give a shout out to one Saquon Barkley because he's on the verge of making NFL history. He's on the verge of surpassing a mark that has stood for the greater part of 40 NFL seasons. That was established by one Eric Dickerson, one of the greatest running backs to ever do it. And after breaking the all-time single-season rushing mark as a rookie, 1,838 yards, he followed that up by rushing for 2,105 yards in his second year with the Los Angeles Rams, who drafted Eric Dickerson back in 1984. And he broke the 2,000-yard mark and set that newfound record in 1985. Now, 40 seasons later, Saquon Barkley now finds himself 101 yards away from breaking that cherished record and is the ninth running back to surpass 2,000 yards in a single season. And it's special to see, considering that Barkley suffered a career-threatening injury while he was playing for the New York Giants, who originally drafted him some years ago. And you never really know if you're going to return back to form when you suffer an injury like that. So he leaves the Giants, signs with the division rival Philadelphia Eagles, and he has been a major reason why they now are on the verge of at least clinching the number 2 seed in the NFC for the playoffs. And after beating the Dallas Cowboys and beating them badly at home this weekend, they now have a record of 13 wins and 3 losses. One of the best teams in the NFL, and he's a large reason why. And when he started the season, he was playing good. You know, he was balling, and then he just exploded. Next thing you know, man, he cracking 200 yards, 150 yards, 170 yards. Next thing you know, he's at 2,005 yards. He's 101 yards away. And now you may have some critics who will say, well, you know, if he breaks the record, he would have done so, you know, during the 17-game regular season, where Dickerson established the record during the 16-game season. But the original 2,000-yard rusher who established that single-season rushing total or mark was O.J. Simpson. And he did it back, I believe that was 1973. He rushed for over 2,000 yards. He was the first running back to break the 2,000-yard barrier in professional football. But I'm going to say, considering, you know, how physical football is, how demanding it is, especially at that position in running back, where you have to brace yourself for, you know, constant physical bruises and scars, and, you know, the struggles of playing that position, the physicality of it all. I'm going to say, man, it's going to be legit. It's going to be legit, you know. And, you know, when you see an athlete that's competing, man, truly competing, and they're on the verge of making history, man, you kind of root for it. It's kind of like with Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders, you know, he was right there. He was like about 1,000 yards away from surpassing the all-time rushing mark, about 1,500 yards away from surpassing the all-time rushing mark set by the late great Walter Payton. You know, and I love Walter Payton, man. You know, I love everything he stood for as a football player. You know, but I kind of wanted to see if Barry. I put it this way: you may not say to yourself, "I want to see it happen," but you say to yourself, "I want to see if he can do it." You know, it's one of them type of things. You know, so Barkley's right there, and I believe he's going to get it. And I believe it'd be great for professional football, considering how the running back position has become underappreciated and undervalued over time, with this overemphasis on the passing game. To me, that is stifled football in a lot of ways, because come postseason, if you do not have a premier running game, more often than not, you're not going to win. You're not going to advance deep in the playoffs, and you won't achieve the ultimate goal of winning a Super Bowl. And I believe that's what's holding a lot of good teams back over time, is that they're talented offensively with the passing game and, you know, the receiving game, but their running game, that's what's going to get you through. That is what they call the bread and butter. That's the bread and butter right there. That's why when you look back at it, even Tom Brady, when he got started out with the Patriots, what really got the Patriots going to where you say, man, they could be a dynasty with Tom Brady at quarterback. That was after they brought in Corey Dillon to run the ball for the Patriots, you know, and they acquired him from the Cincinnati Bengals. They thought Dillon was done. He goes to the Patriots. He running for 1,600 yards, and he helped the Patriots go back-to-back championships in 2003, 2004. That's what really solidified the Patriots' championship run, is when they, you know, upgraded their running back position and brought in Corey Dillon. And then during the second half of Tom Brady's career, that's when he became more known for, you know, throwing, you know, significant yardage in touchdown passes. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's right there, man. And I hope he gets it, man. I hope he gets it. Like I said, he overcame a serious injury, about as serious that you can experience with the ACL. That's serious business right there. And he returned back, and he's actually superseded his the initial level of play that he exhibited during his early years with the New York Giants. And now he's with the Eagles. He's on the brink of making history, and I hope he do it. And he's right there, and I believe he will do that next week, and he will become the new single season rushing champion in NFL history, which would be great for the sport, and it will reestablish the running back position in its rightful place, because that's the essence of football, quiet as it kept. It is rushing the football. And actually, by reestablishing the running back position, quarterbacks will not be as in threat of suffering major injuries themselves, rushing the football throughout the course of the season. You see, it'll balance itself back out. So, wow, it's right there, man. I hope he gets it. So, I just want to drop that nugget real quick. 101 yards away from making history. But until next time, this is JB BTB Behind the Bench.